everyone, I hope you all are doing fine and are taking care of yourselves. My name is Tandon and I am here with the video of class 6 English first. In our last video we have completed till chapter number 9 and in today's video we are going to do chapter number 10, the pronoun. Starting our today's video with chapter number 10, the pronoun. So basically pronoun are the words that are used in the place of noun. For example, if I make a very simple example of it, it comes like if I tell you to write 5 sentences about a person. Say his name is Ram. So if I'm telling you to write 5 sentences about Ram, you'll write Ram is a boy. Ram is an intelligent boy. Ram lives in Canada. Ram has a wife. Ram has 2 children. So in these 5 sentences, you must have noticed that I am using Ram again and again, which does not sound good to hear, and it also makes English bad. So in the place of Ram, from the second sentence, we can use he. So these are the words that are used in the place of noun and differently. Like for a boy, we have to use he, him or his. For a girl, we have to use she, her, and her. And for a non-living thing and an animal, we use it generally. And if we have 2 people, we use they, them, etc. So these are the words that are used in the place of noun. As we'll read the chapter, we'll understand it more. Now, coming on to the rules for using pronoun. So first rule is each pronoun must be of same number and gender as its noun. It is understood that children, the gender of the pronoun and the noun should be same. Like I have told you, like if we are using it for a boy, we have to use he. If we are using for a girl, we have to use she. And if you see here in this sentence, we are saying children are playing with their bats. So with children, since children is in a plural form, we have used their here. She is combing her hair. Since she is a girl, so we are using her. Second is pronoun should not be used unless its noun has been used first. So we cannot use pronoun before we have used noun. Alright, so in the first, like the 5 sentences that I have told you about Ram, in first sentence we have to use Ram only, and in the rest of the sentence we have to use he. We cannot use he first and then use Ram for it. For example, Jatin reads his book. So we cannot say he reads his book. Why? Because if we use he, we cannot identify about whom we are talking. We will know that we are talking about a boy. Which boy in particular, that we won't know. Come on to the next page. His book is read by Jatin, which is incorrect because we don't know whose book is read by Jatin. So Jatin's book is read by him. This is correct. Next is the kind of pronoun. So there are 8 kinds of pronouns. First is personal, second is compound personal pronouns, third is possessive pronouns, next is demonstrative pronoun, 5 is indefinite pronoun, 6th is interrogative pronoun, distributive pronoun, reciprocal pronoun, and relative pronoun. These are 9. So we'll study about them one by one. Okay, so first one is the personal pronouns. So personal pronouns are basically used with first person, second person, and third person. So before you know what is a personal pronoun, you should know what a first person, second person, and third person is. So first we'll talk about first person. For example, if 2 people are talking to each other, and the person who is speaking about himself. Right, if I am talking to you, I am talking about myself, like I am a teacher, I have come from here, I am living here, I come to the school by this, by that. So I am talking to you, but I am talking about myself. So I am the first person. Similarly, when we both are, when I am talking to you people, and I am talking about you. Like if I'm standing in front of the class and I'm talking about the students. So I'm talking about you, right? I'm talking about you, like you don't study well or you study well, or something like this. So this is second person, when some person is talking about the other person. All right. And when it comes to third person, when I am standing in front of the class, and instead of talking about you, I'm talking about some other class. Like if I'm standing in 6th A, but I'm talking to the students of 6th A, but I'm talking about the students of 6th B. So 6th B is the third person. All right. So in first person we use I, me, myself, us, mine, ours. Second person we generally talk about the other person, so it is always you and yours. And in third person we can talk about that person, that person, that person. So it is all mainly he, she, it, they, him, her, them, his, hers, and theirs. Similarly, second is compound personal pronouns. So compound personal pronouns is when, see, with the word compound, what do you understand? So compound words are those words which are combined with two different words and give a third meaning, right? Like butter plus fly is butterfly, a cup plus board is cupboard, right? So cup has a different meaning, board has a different meaning, and when we join them together, it gives us a third meaning, right? So these are compound personal pronouns. Like my plus self is myself, him plus self is himself, them plus selves is themselves, like this. These are in two forms. First is reflexive pronouns and another one is emphatic pronouns. So first we are going to study about reflexive pronouns. So reflexive pronouns shows us that the person does something to himself. Okay, so the action of the doer has been done to himself. Like I am talking, like I myself, I'm talking to myself. मैं खुद से बात कर रही हूँ. So wherever this the the compound pronoun that we use is related to the subject only. Like he heard himself, he and himself. So this is reflexive pronouns. And another one is emphatic pronoun, in which the are used to emphasize on a particular noun. Like it emphasizes, it mainly focuses on the subject. Like she herself finished her homework. So she is the subject, and with the word herself, with the pronoun herself, we are emphasizing on that particular girl only. Like I myself finished my homework. So I is the subject and myself is emphasizing on I, right? Okay, next is possessive pronouns. So with the word possessive, we can easily understand that possessive means some kind of ownership. So all the words that show some kind of possession, all the pronouns that show some kind of possession is known as possessive pronoun. Like this is my book. So with this sentence you can understand that the book which we are talking about is mine, right? The owner of this book is I am the owner of the book, right? And in the first sentence, my is used as possessive adjectives. In the second, the word mine stands for my book. So it is used as possessive pronoun. Next one is demonstrative pronouns. So demonstrative pronouns are those pronouns which try to demonstrate us something. Like with this word, this, that, these, those, through these words we actually demonstrate something. We tell that okay, we are talking about that particular thing, we are talking about this particular thing, we are talking about those particular things, we are talking about these particular things. So these are the words that that demonstrates something, right? So these indicates nearness to the speaker, right? This with this and these we can easily understand that the thing with that we are talking about is kept near to the speaker. that those indicates the that it has been kept far. Such means of this kind of or of that kind, like, right. Next is one and ones. One is like number one and ones is like many. Next is indefinite pronoun. So indefinite pronoun refers to a person or a thing in a general way but does not refer to any person or a thing in particular, right? It means, like, for example, if I'm standing in front of the class and I am talking something about the class in a very general way. I am not, if I am talking about any general topic, you can say, so I am not talking about a particular thing, like somebody has stolen my mobile or somebody is talking. So I don't know who is talking in the class. Um, I have just heard the noise and I am telling that somebody is talking. I am not pointing out any particular person in the class that he or she is talking. Similarly, one must do not do is one's best, all were drowned, some are born great, none of the stories is well known, like this. Next is interrogative pronoun. With the word interrogative, it is very easy for you to understand that if we are talking about interrogative pronouns, the sentences in which the the words that are used to ask questions, those are known as interrogative pronoun, like who, whom, whose, which, what, right? These are the interrogative words. They can be used as pronouns also, they can be used as adjectives also. Next is distributive pronoun, in which and these are the pronouns when we are talking about some people in the whole. Like if I'm talking in the class, if I'm talking about you, the students, and I also want to point out particular each person, like everybody. Okay, so for example, if I'm saying that each one of you has to bring 20 rupees for the Teachers' Day celebration. So I have said it in the whole. I have said it like one time. I have not taken anybody's name. Right? I am not saying Ram has to bring 20 rupees, Sita has to bring 20 rupees, he has to bring 30 rupees, you have to bring 20 rupees. I have talked about each and every person sitting in the class while using only one sentence. So these pronouns are known as distributive pronouns. These are each, either, neither, nor, or, like this. Now reciprocal pronouns, each other, one another, are called reciprocal pronouns because they are reciprocating it, right? Means these are mutual. If there is something about one person, it is about the other person also. Like you uh, don't talk to each other. So it is very clear that two person are talking to each other. Like if he is opening his mouth, the other person is also opening the mouth. So it comes on both and one another. Now last one is the relative pronoun. The relative pronoun refers or relates to some noun going before, which is called antecedents. Like here is the woman whose husband died yesterday. So with this word whose, we are relating this pronoun to the noun, which is the woman. So in the above sentence, whose and which are used instead of the noun woman and farmhouse. Therefore they work as relative pronoun. When we can show the relation between the noun and the pronoun through this word pronoun, those pronouns are known as relative pronouns. So this was the end of the chapter. I hope that you have understood it. Let us come on to the exercise. Okay, first exercise is choose the correct option. The dash person is the person spoken of. So it is the third person is the person spoken of. This means that in the third person we are talking about the person who is not standing with us. A pronoun used to convey emphasis is called an emphatic pronoun, right? Fill in the blanks with the words given below. So I like the man whose temper is good. There was an old man who lived in a hut. Unfortunately, she took the road which led in the wrong direction. This is the boy whom I wanted to meet. This is the house that my father built. Third exercise is fill in the blanks below with suitable pronoun. My mother taught me to stitch. Here it is not necessary that you write me only, because your mother can teach stitching to somebody else also. So you can write he also, she also. Like my mother taught her to stitch or him to stitch. I am hungry. I would like something to eat. We are bored. We have got nothing to do. You look worried. Is something wrong? You can also write anything. Alright, it has the same meaning. He gave me a picture as a gift. You can write he or she also. Like he gave him a picture. Sorry, not he or she, him or her. He gave her a picture as a gift, or he gave him a picture as a gift. Now here we have to use interrogative pronouns in the following. So you have to be very careful while you write interrogative pronouns, because in the unit test I've checked in so many of the copies I've checked, you have not written the interrogative words. You have just written the subject, and that first thing, that was not interrogative pronouns, interrogative words. Secondly, they did not make any sense. So you have to be very careful while you write that. So dash do you want? So it is what do you want? Which is better, honor or wealth? I guess this is not which, it is what. This is what is better, honor or wealth? Or which of these dictionaries will you take? What are you saying? Whose is this book? Next is join each of the following pairs of sentences using a relative pronoun. First one has been done for you. So what were the relative pronouns? In which we can, with the help of the pronoun, we can relate the noun and the pronoun. So we met the sailors, their ship was wrecked. So we met the sailor whose ship was wrecked. Similarly here, this is the man, his wife was killed in an accident. So this is the man whose wife was killed in an accident. The thief stole my laptop, he has been arrested. So the thief who stole my laptop has been arrested. I know the brave boy, the class teacher praised him. I know the brave boy whose class teacher praised him. Here the relative pronoun is used, the relative pronoun that is used is whose. So this pronoun whose has the relation with the class teacher, not the brave boy. Alright. Next is the man was killed in an accident. He was the father of a friend of mine. This is not was, this is who. So it is the man who was killed in an accident was the father of a friend of mine. I'm sorry for this mistake also. Next is fill in the blanks with appropriate self form. We have to use self form, which is compound personal pronouns. You have to remember it, that whenever we are using self form, it is compound personal pronouns, because it is not necessary that the question can come in the exam in the same way. Like fill in the with appropriate self form. They can also write fill in with compound personal pronouns. So it will be a kind of test for you to memorize that. Okay, whenever they are asking about compound personal pronouns, they are talking about self form, the pronouns with self form, right? Okay, so the room dash is good but not the surroundings. So the room itself is good but not the surrounding. Here the room is actually a non-living thing. So for non-living thing, the pronoun that we use is it, and the pronoun the compound personal pronoun that we use for it is itself. You yourself are to blame. Next is the boys went all by themselves. Here the boys is in plural form, so the pronoun that we use is them, so it will become themselves. Do this work yourself. The children are quarreling among themselves. Here also the children is in plural form, so we have to use themselves. Next is write the following sentences choosing pronouns from the bracket. So we have to choose the pronouns from the bracket. She cut herself on some broken glass. Here she cut herself, so it is reflexive pronoun. Alright, because this herself and the doer of the action is related, right? Are you sure it was not him? The boy laughed at me. He left us alone. I lent him several books, but he has not read any one of them. Next is underline the pronoun in the following sentences and mention the kind of each. So here it is not necessary that there will be only one pronoun. There can be many pronouns. So we have to write the type of the type of the pronoun of each noun that I used in the sentence. The terrorist shot himself dead. So himself is reflexive pronoun. The people respect him very much. So him is the pronoun and it is personal pronoun. Show me the boy whom you want to marry. So here me is personal pronoun, whom is relative pronoun, and you is personal pronoun again. This is the news that shocked him. So this is demonstrative pronoun, that is relative pronoun, and him is personal pronoun. What made you laugh so loudly? So what is interrogative pronoun here and you is personal pronoun. Coming on to the last exercise, solve the following puzzle with the help of the clues given below. Note that all the words to be filled in are pronouns. So here we have to fill in the blank with pronouns. So dash is the time by your watch. So what is the time by your watch? I am tired. Don't disturb me. He said Mukul had beaten himself. They enjoyed themselves in the summer vacation. She herself gave me the news. Now we have to write the answer downwards. Call Tina and Amit. The teacher wants to see them. Show me the road which leads to Agra. This coat is not mine. The machine switches itself off when the work is over. So these are the boys who come late. She said all the books were hers. So I hope that this puzzle can be filled by you. So this is going to be our homework, and with this this chapter is also over. In the next video we'll see the writing part. Now the grammar part of the book is over for the first term, obviously. Now we are going to start with the writing part. So I'm going to take one part in one video, and in case if it is needed, I'm going to tell you everything. I cannot make you practice these questions, but I can explain you how these things are written. Alright, I'll see you all in my next video. Till then, take care and keep studying.